Most people think that dogs only bark at strangers because they are scared. In fact, they might be warning you about something much deeper. In this video, we will explore how dogs are able to identify bad people and other incredible skills they possess. There is even a secret skill near the end of the list that might save your life. Number 8. Dogs know when someone is bad. Dogs are amazing at sensing kindness, or the lack thereof. In a fascinating...
Welcome back. Now today, I wanted to talk about the title and how fewer and fewer people are falling for this type of nonsense. Or excuse me, this type of propaganda, because that's all this is, propaganda. And it's not working quite as well as it did back when it first came out. I think back when it first came out, you'd be hard pressed to find people who would object to this. I'm sure there were some, but the audience of people with objections is a lot larger now.
Study published in the Journal of Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews, researchers discovered that dogs can tell when someone is being rude or mean.
Dogs don't even know what bad behavior is. That's why dogs require so much training, according to dog lovers themselves. They need training to get rid of this so-called bad behavior. They don't know what bad behavior is or good behavior is. What I took from this video, I'm sure many of you listened or watched it, is that it's like a cascade of lies. There are so many lies, and it's just ridiculous for anybody to lie this much. I can understand a lie here, lie there, but to have lie concentrate, lie concentrate, have just dozens of lies in one little 7-minute video.
They set up an experiment where actors either helped or refused to help the owner of the dogs open a tricky container. And here comes the most impressive part. The dogs were much happier to accept treats from the actor who helped. They even accepted treats from the neutral actor, who didn't do much. But from the rude actor, nothing happened. The dogs simply ignored them. This shows that your four-legged friends not only observe, but also judge who belongs to the team of nice people and who does not.
No, they don't. And people need to understand that the people who carry out these so-called tests, before the test even begins, these people already know what they want the outcome to be. They already know what the outcome is going to be. And they're going to structure these tests to get the outcome they want. They're going to focus and pay attention to the things that they want that's going to complement whatever outcome that they desire.
And let's be honest, can you really blame them? Number 7, dogs do not trust liars.
Dogs don't know what a lie is. And people, I don't need to explain that. Most of these, I don't need to explain. You all are intelligent enough to know that dogs don't know what a lie is. This is disrespectful. And I can't believe, they're still putting out these types of videos after all these years. This was just uploaded 2 weeks ago. But as you see, dog lovers still flock to videos like this.
Dogs are not only loyal, they are also...
These 49,000 views, you know what that means? Nutters have been sharing this video in dog groups. That's what it means. And dog lovers are eating it up.
Excellent at spotting liars. A Japanese study tested this with a little bait and switch game involving dogs. First, a person pointed to a container with treats. Then, they pointed to one that was empty. After being deceived once, the dogs became wise. By the third round, they completely ignored the liar, even when the treats were genuine. This proved...
This is so stupid. And they're lying all throughout these tests. And they're given, inaccurate explanations. If you point to a upside down bowl, the dog goes over to it and there's no food there. Yeah, it makes sense that if you do it again, it might not check the bowl. There ain't nothing incredible about that. There ain't nothing impressive about that. Okay, its brain functions well enough to understand that when you point at something, that doesn't mean that food is over there. Big deal. Don't try to draw this conclusion, though. Oh, now it's become wise. Now it knows what a liar is. Now it doesn't trust liars. Shut up. They always going overboard for dogs.
Proves that dogs not only react to what happens, but they also remember. It's as if they were thinking, fool me once because of my loyalty, I believed you. Trying to fool me again?
Notice she describes loyalty as the dog's willing to go and eat some food. You point to a bowl of food, it goes and eat it. That's an example of loyalty in the mind of dog lovers. How deranged is that? How doofus is that? That's not an example of loyalty, you idiot. That's gluttony. Food obsession. It got nothing to do with loyalty.
That's not going to happen. Number 6. Dogs never forget their scent. Your dogs may even forget where they buried their favorite toy, but they will never forget a scent. Scientists discovered that the dog's brains light up with joy when they detect the smell of someone they love, even if you are away.
Okay, they don't love. And if they recognize your scent, that's irrelevant. That means when they attack their owners, they're recognizing their owner's scent the whole time. What good is that doing you? What good is that doing you? These things attack people more than any other animal. What good is it doing any of us that they can detect and remember your stupid scent? You see what I'm saying? Dog culture puts out irrelevant, stupid propaganda, all designed to make the dog seem magical. Get out of here. I mean, it's good comedy relief, but stop it.
Away for years, your dogs will recognize you by your scent. And it isn't just a matter of memory, there is also an emotional side. Dogs store all the happy memories associated with a particular scent, which explains why they become so excited when you come home. But if you are...
Lady, stop it. They get excited when you come home because they understand that you give them free food. That's the only thing you do that they understand. Your hugs, dogs don't understand that. Your kisses, they don't understand that. They're not receptive to any display of affection that you show to them. The only thing they fully understand and appreciate, and they hardly even appreciate it, is food. I don't know why y'all playing dumb. You walk through the door after working 8 hours or whatever. It's excited because now it knows it's about to eat. And as soon as you pull out some food, it's going to eat that food and it's no longer going to be licking all over your face. Try this, nutters. Soon as you walk through the door, have a bowl of food right there. And immediately grab it and put it on the floor for the dog. Watch and see, don't it eat that food.
Home. But if you are away for too long, they may deeply feel your absence. So, whether it is one day or one decade, the noses of your dogs will always remember you and the joy you bring them.
The food you bring them. The joy. The food you bring them. Stop it. This is so pathetic. How y'all have to hype up and prop up a carcass scavenger, a food-obsessed, inbred, deranged, retarded carcass scavenger. It's pathetic.
Number 5. Dogs can read your face. Have you ever had the feeling that your dogs know exactly how you are feeling just by looking at you?
Okay. How does that benefit us? Even dog lovers. How's that supposed to benefit them?
That isn't just in your head. Scientists in Austria discovered that dogs are capable of perceiving human facial expressions. They trained dogs to touch images of happy or angry faces on a screen in exchange for treats.
Shut up. Every single one, you notice, they refer to a personal test that they conducted behind closed doors. They're doing that for a reason. We conducted this test in an attic somewhere. Listen, I'm not co-signing your stupid tests. I don't even believe your stupid tests. As obsessed as y'all are of dogs, y'all will lie about the results of a test. So why should we listen to you? You sitting up here lying to us now. Why should we believe you be honest about a test?
Even when shown new faces, the dogs could still identify the emotions. And there's more. Even before the training, the dogs naturally avoided angry faces, as if they instinctively sensed bad vibes. So, if your dogs give someone a sideways glance,
big deal. So dogs recognize an angry face. Big deal. I'm not impressed by that. Let's give dogs that much credit. That when you sit there with a frown on your face, the dog will understand that you're angry. So? Get out of here. And just because you might be angry doesn't mean that you're a bad person.
as if they instinctively sensed bad vibes. So, if your dogs give someone a sideways glance, trust their instinct. They are probably reading faces better than many people out there. Number 4, dogs can sense bad intentions. Your dogs might...
Now, we know this one is BS. Just from what we've learned over we know this is, they can sense bad intentions. And what they gonna do? They figure out you are an evil person. How about Hitler? Remember, Hitler was a dog owner. Why didn't his dog turn on him? There's been several serial killers. There's several bad people who own dogs. Their dogs love them to death.
Might seem like they have a sixth sense, but in reality, it is their incredible sense of smell at work. Dogs can detect bad intentions by picking up on subtle cues from your own behavior. Even if you try to stay calm, your dogs can sense chemical changes in your body, such as sweat or adrenaline, when you are suspicious of someone. They also perceive shifts in pheromones that indicate fear or discomfort. This ability allows dogs to predict dangerous situations before you even realize that something is wrong. Curiously, confident people are less likely to be bitten by dogs, while anxious or nervous people might trigger the protective instincts of the animals.
That right there was the most deceptive thing that they said in this video, and really the most criminal. Lady, what you just described is dogs' anxiousness to attack vulnerable, helpless people. You just explained that these things will attack youngsters who are afraid of it. Y'all notice that? How they described it as a bad person. That if you're nervous, you're a bad person. If you're afraid, you're a bad person. So the dog attacks you, you deserved it. It could sense that you were nervous and afraid of it and filled with anxiety. So it attacked you, rightfully so, in the mind of dog lovers. What is wrong with y'all? Boy, y'all truly are deranged. Y'all gotta stop this.
Sweat or adrenaline when you are suspicious
Wait
of
a minute.
But in reality, it is their incredible trust.
We're gonna go over that one again. Well, you get 2 face palms for that.
Better than many people out there. Number 4, dogs can sense bad intentions.
Again, these things don't know what bad intentions are. Dogs are always the ones that have bad intentions themselves. They're the ones who bark, lunge, try to attack random people for no reason. How they gonna be the ones to detect bad intentions when they're the ones that always have the bad intentions? Who are you fooling? And this is the thing. Common sense people can pick this up. Extremely young people can listen to this and know this is propaganda because they are barked at and attacked by dogs all the time. I just shared a video in the community section where 4 youngsters walking home from school, and this happens all the time, was attacked by a dog. Why did it attack them? Because it could smell their fear? That's supposed to be a plus? That's supposed to make dogs look good? Get out of here. Sound like a bunch of lunatics.
Number 4, dogs can sense bad intentions. Your dogs might seem like they have a sixth sense, but in reality, it is their incredible sense of smell at work. Dogs can detect bad intentions by picking up on subtle cues from your own behavior. Even if you try to stay calm, your dogs can sense chemical changes in your body, such as sweat or adrenaline, when you are suspicious of someone. They also perceive shifts.
So, when you're afraid, you're sweating, you have adrenaline, your anxiety is high, they're assuming in this video, they're assuming that you have bad intentions.
Or adrenaline when you are suspicious of someone.
So when you're suspicious of someone, you start to sweat and be filled with adrenaline? What are you talking about? What? They're all over the place.
Even if you try to stay calm, your dogs can sense chemical changes in your body, such as sweat or adrenaline, when you are suspicious of someone. They also perceive shifts in pheromones that indicate fear or discomfort. This ability allows dogs to predict dangerous situations before you even realize that something is wrong. Curiously, confident people are less likely to be bitten by dogs, while anxious or nervous people might trigger the protective instincts of the animals.
Oh, wow. Wow. So these bullies, that's really what dogs are. They're perpetual bullies. When they look at other living organisms, they immediately size them up, and they want to either dominate them or be submissive to them. They attack young people because they're so vulnerable, because they're so small. You see dogs attack small animals like rabbits and small dogs on sight. As soon as they see them, boom, they make a beeline over there, clamp down on them. Why? Because the target is so small and helpless. Dogs are pathetic bullies, and they just described that scenario of these bullies seeing your 5-year-old and attacking them as the dog's protective instincts. Dog clamped down on your 3-year-old. You trying to pull the dog off, and here comes the owner talking about, oh, it's just its protective instinct. It could smell how afraid your youngster was. It's just trying to protect itself. Get out of here, nutters. This don't even make no sense, man. It feels like they're, trying to go harder in the paint for dogs. It feels like they're trying to ramp up the propaganda. And that is causing them to make more errors. That's what it feels like to me, because that was ridiculous.
Before you even realize that something is wrong. Curiously, confident people are less likely to be bitten by dogs, while
confident people. So people that the dog doesn't feel like is submitting to it. People who stand up to the dog. The confident people most likely is going to be a bigger person. Someone the dog doesn't feel like it can bully. There ain't nothing deep about that. If it doesn't feel like it can bully you, yeah, it won't bother you. That does not indicate some positive quality in the dog. Get out of here. That indicates a negative quality in them. Because they attack the young, the vulnerable, the helpless. These goofy things attack newborn. What are y'all talking about? It can detect bad intentions. These things can't stop attacking toddlers and newborns. What are you talking about?
Anxious or nervous people might trigger the protective instincts of the animals. If you've made it this far, then you must be enjoying.
Shut up, Nutter. Euthanize them. Euthanize them. That's the only thing they're good for. Euthanization. Okay? Let's test our euthanasia. Let's evolve our euthanasia capabilities. Huh? Now, I skipped over her attempt to advertise her channel.
Number 3, dogs understand your body language. Dogs are experts at reading body language, and they don't need words to understand what is happening. They naturally observe signs of tension, playfulness, or nervousness in both people and other dogs. If someone behaves in a way that does not match what they say, your dogs notice immediately.
If someone behaves in a way that doesn't match what they say, so they're assuming that dogs can understand language. Isn't this like desperation? Seems like dog culture desperation. Y'all are so desperate. You understand that you're losing numbers. You understand that dog culture critics are increasing fast. Our population is not decreasing. So you're trying to crank up the propaganda and it's backfiring. Because you have to add more lies to crank up the propaganda because it was based on lies anyways. So what's your solution? Tell more lies. But that's working against you.
If someone behaves in a way that does not match what they say, your dogs notice immediately. For instance, if a person claims to be friendly but maintains a tense posture.
If a person claims to be friendly, as if the dog understands that a person just said, I'm a friendly. Shut up. If a person claims to be friendly, Nutter, shut up. God, y'all are so ridiculous.
Immediately. For instance, if a person claims to be friendly but maintains a tense posture, the dogs might interpret them as a threat. This skill comes from the way dogs communicate with each other.
No. It's because maintaining a stiff posture is what dogs do right before they launch an attack. So if another dog or a person maintains a stiff posture, yes, the bloodthirsty, violent, obsessed mutant might think that you are about to attack it. Again, that is not some beneficial or positive trait in these dogs. It's just a reflection of how obsessed they are with violence, how bloodthirsty they are. The only creatures that really kill for fun.
Rely on body language to stay safe. And that is why, if your dogs growl or bark at someone, it might not be paranoia. It could be their way of protecting you from a danger that you have not even noticed yet.
Boy, these people are crazy. Constantly paranoid, right? Think they're in danger, need protection at all times.
2, dogs can detect serious illnesses. Believe it or not, the noses of your dogs can do much more than just find treats. They can save lives. Dogs can detect illnesses such as cancer solely by scent.
Okay, what does that have to do with being a bad person? See, they're desperate. They ultimately just want to say a bunch of positive things about dogs.
Identifying specific odors emitted by diseased tissues. Organizations like medical detection dogs train dogs to recognize these smells in samples of breath or urine. They are also trained to help people with diabetes by identifying when blood sugar levels are dangerously low. Some dogs can even predict seizures, migraines, and illnesses like malaria and Parkinson's disease. All of this is thanks to their super sensitive...
No. These people, this is criminal. These lies are criminal. Like I said, it's just a cascade of lies. You have a headache. You might put your hand up to your head when you have a headache. Before you have a seizure, yeah, you might slump over. You might start to shake. The dog will then walk over and do what? Start to nudge you? What the mutt gonna do? And it's only doing that because it wants food. Because they all have trained it to go over to that person and what? Nudge on them when they're doing this, when they're having these types of episodes. There ain't nothing magical about that. You've trained them to respond to certain cues. But it's cues to indicate, hey, it's time to eat. Because to train them, you give them food after putting your hand up to your head. You put your hand up to your head 1,000,000 times, and every time it comes nudging on you, after you do that, you give it food. These things are actually ineffective. And we heard about several dogs attacking their owners after their owners have fallen to the floor and are having a seizure. Just look it up. I've done several videos on it. Dogs attacking their owners during a seizure, as they're having a seizure. So don't give me this like they are all receptive to people being sick. These things attack sick people all the time. They just killed a lady with, what did she have? Epilepsy or something? She was like senile, losing her mind. And they killed her. Y'all heard about that story? Her daughter had like 5 dogs taking care of her mother. What was her affliction? It's on the tip of my tongue. So, no, get out of here. Get out of here. These people are full. Stop.
And illnesses like malaria and Parkinson's disease. All of this is thanks to their super sensitive sense of smell, which detects chemical changes in the body. Number 1, why do dogs bark at some dogs and ignore others? Have you ever wondered why your dogs bark at one group of dogs but ignore another? It all comes down to body language and scent. Dogs communicate by observing subtle signals, such as stiff tails, tense mouths, or even slightly wrinkled muzzles. You might not notice these signs, but your dogs do immediately. Furthermore, they remember past experiences. If your dogs had a bad encounter with a certain type of dog, they might react aggressively to similar-looking dogs in the future. Not to mention that dogs can pick...
Okay, shut up. Shut up. Let's skip to what I'm most happy about. And that is, whoa, the comment section. Did y'all see that? It went from 72 comments to 66. What, people were erasing their comment? Don't erase your comments. Hey, we don't want that. Now, here's the content creator. Enjoy the video. Don't want to... Somebody said, how about all the babies they killed? That's a good question. It's impossible for babies to have bad intentions. Ooh, you forgot about that, huh? Go ahead, explain that to us while you're at it, ma'am. You, the narrator of this video, why do they attack kids and babies? Kids don't have bad intentions. And they usually attack youngsters as they're playing. Human children are more harmless than puppies. Puppies are more dangerous than human children. My point? Human children are the most harmless entities in society. Bar none, hands down. They are absolutely 100% harmless. And they're the number one victims, number one targets. Dogs prefer to attack them. And y'all want to lecture us on how dogs can detect bad people? We don't even have people in society with characters as bad as dogs. So you can't even get this lecture started. Somebody said this is utter codswallop. Aren't there some really nasty individuals who own dogs? According to evidence and logic, if this were true, and I don't think it is, dogs choose to not reject bad people all the time. Huh? Soak that up. You see, before dog culture critics, comment sections didn't look like that. Comment sections for videos like this, you really didn't find comments like this in the comment section. Right? So, shout out to OJ, Smoking Damages. Shout out to Cruello up in the house. also chimed in. Anthropomorphizing these mutant rodents is a blight on sanity. Thank you very much. Let's thumbs up and thumbs down this nutter right here. And thumbs up these comments over here. BS, thank you very much. Look at this. I'm not even going to read the nutter comments. Dogs recognize bad people the same way humans recognize. Oh, Lord. I can't believe there's still people out here who believe this stuff. Crazy. Thank you. Look at this. Look at this. Awesome video. I'm really learning a lot. This is why videos like this, they should be banned. Videos like this should be banned. It might seem ridiculous to us, but a lot of other people are like this person, taking this as stuff as fact. What about young people? They'll see a video like this and believe this nonsense. This is what I'm saying. There needs to be pushback against this type of content. Somebody said, so when the dogs attack these people who deliver packages and bring mail to your home, they are bad people? Thank you. The comment section of videos like this should be riddled with objections from postal workers, from police officers who are also always being attacked, from people in society, period. We all know better than this. It's crazy how people soak this up and believe it. Look, absolutely true. This is crazy. My dog doesn't like anyone outside his family. Lord, help these people, help these people. So if any of you get a minute, wait a minute, go ahead and leave your thoughts. There was another, see, somebody removed their comment. Y'all don't do that. I think some of these people who are objecting and disagreeing with the video, they're removing their comment. Don't do that. Don't do that. So yeah, shout out to the dog culture critics. That is unfortunate. There was some more comments that I wanted to share. Don't forget to leave your thoughts if you have the time. I think videos like these are dangerous. They're dangerous. And as you can see, this is a trend of just these talking points. It's a trend of theirs. And they view it as a way to get views, subscribers, clicks, money. It's nothing but another hustle to them. That's why they will quickly whip up a channel like this. Y'all remember I showed y'all that other channel that was like brand new, and right away it was pushing out the propaganda. This channel here is only 11 months old. Its oldest video was uploaded 11 months ago. So all this is a propaganda channel. That's all it is. Every single video, nothing but propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. This propaganda is important to them because this is how they sell dogs. All the stuff that you see on this channel and in other pro-dog spaces, it's there to promote dogs, to get people to get one. That's why they're always begging people to come adopt a dog from a shelter, waiving adoption fees and all this kind of stuff. The propaganda put out to promote dogs, is there any greater propaganda machine or campaign? We know better. More and more people know better. Shout out to Zyna once again in the super chat. Yeah, and shout out to the Crusaders, the dog culture critics, man. We making a difference out here. Y'all don't think that your comment doesn't mean anything. It means everything. You know, if you have videos like this and the comment section is full of people who object, that means you can't promote the things that's talked about in that video. You can't just get up there and push it. Have y'all noticed that a lot of times the people who leave comments in comment sections control the narrative? That happens quite often. If every pro dog video had a comment section where 80% of the comments objected to dogs and everything they were talking about, they couldn't promote dogs the way that they are right now. So the comment section is where it's at. I've seen people turn away from sharing videos, co-signing with videos, all because there were too many people in the comment section who disagreed and voiced their disagreement. Okay, so don't think for 1 second that the comments, because I know there's a lot of people who all they do is leave comments in comment section. No. Don't think that your comment don't mean nothing. Mean everything. Now, y'all might not see me leaving many comments on videos, but I don't have to because I produce so much content. I'm bringing awareness by, babbling, talking. I'm putting out content in a different way. But the comments that y'all leave on these videos really becomes a part of the video, essentially. So make no mistake, y'all really are like co-hosts to every video that's put out. And you can make the difference between, nutters existing and not existing. Once our numbers reach a certain point, society is going to have to cater to us, and I can't wait. Shout out to all of you. This stream was too long. Able to join me for this live stream, and I hope you. Another thing, as I'm working 12 hours, it's really hard. I'm actually surprised I'm able to still put out content. But as I'm working 12 hours, some of you notice my streams are shorter. And that's, just to compensate for how much I'm working. My streams will be shorter on the weekends. We'll have longer streams. What's today? Thursday? All right, let's knock out these last 2 days, people. And remember, on Sunday, I will have a joint live stream. And I want to give y'all the subject of that stream. I will have that for y'all by tomorrow. And I hope you can join me on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.